Alright guys, so today we're going to do another virtual machine, but this one's actually on Windows. So we're going to be putting Windows 11 on a virtual machine. This I'm going to be using VMware Workstation. It is free. There is a paid version, but this one's going to be free. There is also one called VirtualBox that you guys are more than welcome to check out. I don't normally use that one sometimes. I just feel that VMware is a little bit easier. Some people say VirtualBox is easier. It's really your preference. To me they kind of work the same. I just lean towards more of the VMware Workstation. So we're gonna go download VMware Workstation first, and I'm gonna leave these links in the description. And this is the first one. You just click download. You just click on this link. I've already got it downloaded, but and it's going to take you to this page right here. We're going to go to downloads, and we're obviously going to pick the one for Windows, unless you have a Linux, which is free as well. So I'm not going to download it. I have it. And then we're going to go over to Windows 11. And I'm going to put this in the description as well. And we want to download the ISO file. So we're going to hit Windows 11. We're going to hit download. And actually for in English, and then hit confirm, and it's going to start downloading to your downloads folder. And that's all you have to do there. That's pretty quick and easy. Um, we're going to open up, once you install VMware, just follow the prompts. It's pretty simple. There's nothing you have to do, anything important, just pretty much next, next, next. We're going to open it up. And we're going to hit create new VMware machine. Okay. You're going to hit install this image. You're going to go to wherever you put that Windows 11 ISO file. I have mine on my desktop. And we're going to click it. And there we go with that. And we're going to hit next. It's going to already name it for you. Now, it'll give you a default folder right here for your VMs. But I like to make my own, so I put my own on here on the desktop. I'm going to go to the desktop, VM folder, and we're going to hit OK. And we're going to hit next. Alright, so Windows 11 requires a TPM encryption, meaning normally there are chips in the computer's motherboard that are some sort of an encryption, and usually I think it's from 2018 on, most computers have them. But this is a virtualization TPM, Trusted Platform Modules, what that stands for. We have to make a password. So whatever password you want to use that you're going to remember, I got one in my head. And it doesn't really matter what one you guys use, because it's going to remember it for you, but I would try to kind of remember what it is. So it's got to be at least 8 characters, just to give you guys a heads up. Hit next. Whatever size disk space that you need, I'm just going to stick with the default 64 gigs, but if you need 100, 200, 30, that's fine. The recommended size is going to be 64. Keep this the same, split virtual disk into multiple files. Hit next. I am going to hit customize. Okay, so this is where your hardware is that you're going to be virtualizing. I want more. I want more. I want 8 gigs of RAM to be used with my VM. Okay. And then I want at least 4 gigs, or 4 gigs, 4 cores used for my processor. And you guys can set this giving how much that you guys need. You guys can stick with the defaults. That's fine. It will still run with the defaults. I just want a little bit more so we can speed this up just a little bit more. And everything else is fine. You don't have to do anything else here. Really didn't even have to do that. I'm just doing it to speed the process up a little bit. Then hit close, and then hit finish. And we're creating the disk space, which you notice all these files just popped up in here now. Now go hit space, click on it, hit space. Oh man, we're going to have to redo it again. Okay. If you get stuck in that, how to get your mouse out of here is going to be Control and Alt. So go in here, pretty much just hit restart again. So we're going to hit, and then it's going to restart. And then click into it, and then hit space, and it boots from there. Now, I want to talk about something. I'm going to hit Control Alt to get my mouse out of there again. I do not want to use, okay, so Windows 11 requires you to use an email that's a Microsoft account, an Outlook, Hotmail, whatever it may be. They require you guys to use this with the normal process of installing this. If you want to use your email or Hotmail or don't bother you, I personally don't like to, and I'm going to show you guys a different way to where you don't have to use that. It's pretty simple. It's very, very simple. I'm going to leave a link in the description as well. Um, but what I want you guys to do right now is go up here if you don't want to use your Hotmail. If you do, just hit next. We're going to hit disconnect from the internet. That is just this virtual machine's internet. Okay, and we're going to hit next. We're going to hit install now. We're going to hit I don't have a product key. And I'm just going to do home. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and close this out here. It's driving me nuts. Hit I accept. Next. Custom install. And there's our 64 gigs of storage. And we're just going to hit next. And it's going to do this. So why this is installing, let me show you guys something. So there's this web page will be in the description. It'll be probably be the last one on there. This shows exactly how to bypass the installing with your login credentials through Hotmail, Microsoft account, pretty much. So pretty much what we just did, everything right here. Next, next. And this is what we're going to be seeing next. And then right when we get down here, and I don't want people to freak out because it is a terminal, but it's very, very simple. It's literally this. This is all we're going to type in. This right here, and that is it. Press enter. So we hit F10 once we come to this page right here, and then type in OOBE bypass NRO. And that is it. And then it will bypass our internet connection, and then it'll come back and hit we don't have internet. Now, again, though, if you guys are using your Microsoft account, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to do any of this. This is just an extra step that it really just annoys me, and I feel like other people um, don't like using their internet or their Microsoft account. I just feel that that should not be required to log into a computer. I understand making a login account, which is what we're going to do this way, but as in an actual, using your Hotmail or whatever, I just don't feel like that's the right way to go about this. But there is a way around it, thankfully. And this is also going to allow you guys to test things through VMs and everything else. I'm trying to do the most updated one that we have at the moment that's free. I also do a lot of Macs with the M1s. A lot of people's been struggling with that. If you guys want to check out my other videos, them are more than cool to be, looked at. If you guys have an M1 Mac, it's obviously a little bit more complicated than this. And if you don't, like, subscribe, appreciate it. That boosts my algorithm up to get me, more views and stuff. Because I mean, like again, I'm just starting out with this, and it's really taken me a long time to get going. I got a lot of other things going on too. I'm just also kind of wasting some time while this installs. You guys can obviously fast forward me. I'm not going to fast forward it or anything like that. I want you guys to see the real time of what is actually going on and how long things could actually take. Now, mine may be faster too because I use a little bit more RAM and processing power than that you guys may even have available. You know, some people, luckily, I'm very fortunate and have a nice computer. Not everybody don't have that. There we go. Here we go. And we should be getting in here pretty quickly now. Usually don't take very long. This is going to keep popping up down here at the bottom, which is fine. You can just hit remind me later. We will do this, just not right now. It's not the correct time to do that. It might sound a little weird. It's because we haven't installed the actual virtual machine drivers yet. We're gonna hit yes. Well, whatever country you're from, obviously. I'm just gonna hit yes. I'm gonna hit skip for a second layout. And right here's where that internet connection is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit Shift and F10. This documentation will also be in the page, and that's all we got to do right here. And it's gonna pull up this. Now again, all you have to do is, I know people get freaked out when they see the terminal, but like look at it like this. This is all we gotta type in. Make sure you're on uppercase OOBE. Oh, obviously make sure we're clicked on to here. So OOBE slash. Make sure the slash is the correct way. Pass in RO, and it's gonna say it's gonna restart you after you hit enter. And just to guys let you guys know that slash that you need to be using is right above the enter button. And it is going to restart, and that's fine. Now, we don't have to use our internet to force us that we don't want to use a login Microsoft account. You don't have to. I don't feel that that's cool to do that. It's going to obviously restart us all the way back over, unfortunately. Hit yes. Yes. Skip. I really feel that I have a mustache hair. And now we have an option down here that says I don't have internet connection. We didn't have that before. So we're going to hit this. So we're going to hit continue with limited setup. You see, it really wants you to do that for some reason. So my name is Derek, so we're going to put Derek in here, so whatever you want to use your login, and we're going to hit next. I don't want a password. Now, if you guys want a password on here, that's fine. So I hit next, so it automatically logs me in. I don't want to do that. This is a privacy violation if you ask me. I uncheck all these. If you want to leave them on, that's fine. You can read through them. I'm going to hit OK or accept. And we're logging in here, and we can also go ahead and turn that internet connection back on. So just go back up to it, left click, and hit connect. And then the internet will just start going from here on out. This might take a few minutes. Obviously, don't turn this off at the moment. I do believe this is one of the more better VMs. Like I said, there's also VirtualBox if you guys want to play around with that. It works just as good, if not better, on certain things, and VM works better on certain things. I just prefer the way VMware is more laid out. Some people prefer VirtualBox. VirtualBox also works on Mac, Linux, and Windows, so that's the great thing with this. I believe this only works for, well, there is a VM Fusion, but it does cost money. So the free versions are on Windows and Linux. There is no free version on Mac. There is a free version for VirtualBox on Mac. Um, they're both has the good and bads, and it's really, to me, if you're just getting on here just to play around and test a few things out, I believe that there's more customization on VirtualBox because it is completely free. I believe it is open source. Um, but this also has a better layout, and I doubt you guys are ever going to get. You'd have to be into doing this quite a bit, and you're probably not even asking a question. But you're probably never going to get to them type of features that you need that cost money on here. Here we go. So we're starting out here. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to click off of this. We're going to click down right here. We're going to hit Manage. We're going to hit Install VM Tools. That's another reason I like the way VM Tools work. It's pretty easy. And then now we're going to go to our File Explorer. And right here we have DVD Drive VM Tools. And we're going to click for Windows 64. We're going to click Setup. And this will take a second. And we're going to hit Next, Next, Install. And it is a little bit slow. Be patient. Make sure these are very important to have installed correctly. It's obviously going to do it for you, but if you want this virtual machine to work correctly, this matters. And it's going to ask you to restart probably once we get done. Good thing is you can also make this bigger now and it will work. So you can't even tell that we were in Windows 10 now. And we're going to hit restart. And it's going to want to restart the computer or the virtual machine. We're going to make this smaller again. This is how you make it bigger, smaller. Um, there is all, okay, so I guess I better back this up. So right here, there's going to be an arrow right here that's going to open up all these. This is your hardware options that you have. We can see it's automatically logging in, which is what we want. And I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen because it should work just fine. And now we're full screen. And you guys want to change the color or anything like that, it should be working pretty good. Maybe a little bit slow at first, but it does get working better. There we go. Yeah, so it's definitely working. It's just a little taking a second here. Here's all our customization up front. Let's go back here. Behind this, why do we go white? Okay, there it goes. I like dark. Everything needs to be dark. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Maybe run a update. It's probably going to have some updates for you. I'm not going to do that because I'm not messing with that right now. This was just a tutorial for me. If you want to uninstall all this stuff, do not mess with the VM tools. Okay, this is very important. Um, do not mess with the VM tools. So, but yeah, it's working good now.